It's me, Jen. This is Changing Awareness and Enlightenment channel. And for today's video, we will be interviewing one of the most active spiritual person here in our spiritual community in the Philippines. She is the founder of Divine Love Energy Healing Products and Services, also a Reiki and Kundalini master, healer and teacher, a psychic medium channeler, Akashic Records reader, and also guested in local and foreign TV program and series. At isa dito yung napanood ko kagabi from Gabi ng Misteryo sa DZRH. So if you wanted to hear more about her talks, you can follow her and watch her in sa DZRH. So please welcome our i-interview natin ngayong araw, is Miss H. Hello po, Miss H.
Hello, Miss Jen, and good afternoon or good morning, good evening sa mga nanonood ngayon sa iba't ibang places sa mundo natin. So,
hello.
Magandang lahat sa inyo.
Miss H, gusto ko lang po sanang, kasi ang talaga naman pong content ko rito sa YouTube is about self-development. Number 1 yun. So, kasama na po dun talaga is yung spiritual awakening, spiritual journey ng bawat tao sa mundo. And aware naman po tayo na hindi lahat ng tao is ginagamit yung term na yon. Pwedeng sabihin lang natin na meron tayong self-realization, self-development. Pero kayo po, kung tatanungin po kayo, paano po natin yun i-convert yung self-realization or self-development natin into spiritual development or spiritual awareness?
Well, actually, lahat naman tayo dumaan sa proseso na hindi natin alam pala na yung proseso na yun na yung mga difficulties sa buhay natin, challenges, is actually a part of our awakening. Okay? So may mga proseso talaga tayo, mga pinagdaanan na we call them development, and maraming terms na nagagamit natin, but we don't know along the process na ito na pala yung gabay natin para mag-awaken tayo at malaman yung mga nangyayari sa mundo natin, sa sarili natin higit, no? At yun yung dapat nating maging concern, kasi hindi natin dapat siya baliwalain dahil lahat ng mga nangyayari sa buhay natin is divine orchestrated. Okay? So, ibig sabihin nun, yung mga challenges, yung mga pagsubok na nararanasan natin, hindi yun para parusahan tayo, kundi para bigyan tayo ng vision at maturuan tayo kung ano yung dapat nating tahakin, landas sa lifetime natin.
Yes. Ma'am, nung kayo po, paano po nag-start yung ganito? Ano ninyo nalaman? Was it from nag-aral kayo? Or downloads ba to? Or since childhood, meron na? Or mentored kayo? Merong nagturo sa inyo?
Actually, halos lahat ng nasabi mo. So, it all started when I was young. And hindi kasi naging maganda yung background ko when I was young. In a sense na, kasi adopted ako. And you know, meron tayong stigma dito sa Pilipinas sa pag-adopted ka. Parang iba yung treatment sa'yo. And mostly, they will keep it, diba, tinatago yun kasi nakakahiya. Parang ganon yung ano natin dito sa Pilipinas. So, hindi, on my part, I knew it. So, along the way of my journey, nahirap para sa side ko kasi I was looking for a family of blood, ganon. So, then on, meron akong gift na actually I can see ghosts, mga gano'n. Pero hindi ko nabibigyan ng pansin. That's because sa religion namin before, hindi pwede na i-enhance yung gano'n. It's part of demonic thing. Parang gano'n yung connotation. So, my gift was shot. Okay? That's because I studied the Bible and all and everything. So, dumating sa point na even my marriage failed. Okay? Kasi merong hinahanap yung soul ko that I couldn't even understand. Kasi I'm in the middle of the religion and I'm in the middle of looking what's really happening to me, pero bawal nga. Okay? So, it was suppressed by the religion I was in before. So, my marriage shattered, and then yung sister ko na halos siya na yung nagpalaki sa akin, she passed away. And that time, actually, I knew I had this gift of healing, pero bawal na. So, sabi ko sa sarili ko, nung nawala na si ate ko, I told myself na, talagang sinabi ko na, tutulong ako sa tao whatever happens, kung ano mang meron akong gift na to, I will enhance it no matter what, kahit maalis ako sa religion. And it happened actually. So, talagang tumiwalag ako sa religion and nag-focus ako. So, sa umpisa, hindi ko maintindihan eh. Nagkaroon ako ng depression and during that time, meron akong second baby and dumating talaga ako sa gusto ko nang tapusin yung buhay ko kasi sobrang hindi ko maintindihan yung proseso na nangyayari sa akin. And then one time, I was about to jump dun sa rooftop ng building namin sa ibang bansa. Together with my son. So, nag-message na kasi wala dun yung wala dun yung partner ko. And I told him, ganito, ganyan, sobrang bigat kasi dalawa lang kami ng anak ko. So, nung time na ready na akong tumalon, si Archangel Michael, bigla siya, I knew it was him by his presence. Bigla siyang bumulong. Sabi niya is, hanggang ngayon kinikilabutan ako, sabi niya is, yung gagampanan mong tungkulin sa humanity. It's not your time yet. So, alam mo yung pinuhusan ako ng malamig na tubig na nang hina ako, na hindi ko ma-explain. So, nung time na yon halo-halo, gutom, alam mo yung mind mo, very scattered. So, nung gabi na yon skeptical pa ako kasi sabi ko, baka, hindi naman, sabi ko gano'n. Baka mamaya nag-hallucinate lang ako. And that time, I didn't feed my son. He was 2 years old that time. Siya na yung nagbukas ng ref kasi sobrang gutom na niya. Nasa depressive mode na yung time ko. So, nung sinarado ko na yung pintuan namin ng kwarto, alam mo, there was a light. Diba may puwang yung mga pintuan, diba? May puwang ng ilaw na kulay purple. And patay ng ilaw. Yung purple na yung biglang lumiwanag sa buong kwarto. And you will see Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. Kaya, I really felt their presence. And I prayed to them as well for the guidance and all. So, sila talaga yung archangels ko. Kasi, they really saved me on that time. So, starting then, doon na, nag-start na rin akong nag-connect doon sa mga spiritual guides ko. And, na-enhance ko na yung, not right after, pero unti-unti. Doon na yung stage na yun, na doon na talaga ako nag-start. Even with the Reiki healing, ang daming dark night of the souls talaga nangyari sa buhay ko. So, masasabi natin na yung mga pinagdaanan natin is hindi madali. Pero you will know that you are going to serve a higher purpose in this lifetime. And that purpose is talagang I was humbled down. Talagang hinumbled ako ng buhay. Kasi no matter what happened to you, it's not about the wealth that you've had in this lifetime. It's about how you impacted people on your journey of healing. Yun yung natutunan ko. Kasi yung pera nawawala yan eh. Pero how you help other people heal, andyan siya. And this kind of help will be for the next generations. Yun. So yun yung journey ko. Mahirap.
I guess wala po talagang madali pagka nasa awakening ka. Kasi susubukin ka talaga. Lahat ng mga para sa akin po, share ko lang ng konti. Yung mga shadows mo from your past, talagang kailangan nilang lumabas para ma-workout mo sila. Kasi you can never be, hindi ka magle-level up pag hindi mo tinapos kung ano yung mga past na pinagdaanan. Kung hindi sila na-process ng maayos. Opo. And kita ko rin po from some of your posts sa page niyo po yun, that you are in Pleiadian, so may mga ganitong topics po kayo. Can you explain some of it?
Okay. So Pleiadian beings, I actually had this connection with them. Nagkaroon ako ng connection with them. Actually, we all have the family. We all have the Starseed. Okay, Starseed family. You just have to connect with them. And for me, ang aking Starseed family is Pleiadian. And as far as I remember, okay, from the from the past that I've had in the Pleiade planet, no, I was a healer din. So, yung mga connection na nangyayari sa akin ngayon is actually hindi madali. Kasi, if you awaken to your truth and to who you really are, ando na eh. Ando ka talaga doon sa ano ka ba talaga in your origin. And Pleiadians are actually our healers as well and warriors. So, most of the time, their connection to humanity is to take care of Earth para ingatan yung mundo natin, not to create war. Okay? And ang pinaka masasabi kong maganda doon sa journey na yon, if you connect with your starseed family, the war within yourself is actually will help you to awaken yourself. Kasi lahat siya nasa loob natin. And unti-unti, when you start connecting with your starseed family, unti-unti maintindihan mo yung journey mo, bakit napakahirap. That's because you have a higher mission and purpose.
Yeah.
And remembering nung nandun pa ako sa Pleiade, no, sa planet na yun, it was not difficult. I mean, it was difficult on my part as well to become human. Kasi nung time na yun na nandun ako, walang ganito eh. Hindi ganito yung buhay. And we chose it. Okay, we chose this contract to be here on Earth. So, kumbaga, millions of years ago, maayos yung buhay, and everything is bliss, you know, para pag tumingin ka dyan, walang challenge. So, andito sa Earth talaga natin yung challenge. Andito yung lesson natin. And knowing that, after you have learned about your family, your starseed family, you will understand more of yourself. And na pinili mo talaga tong contract na to in this lifetime for you to learn a certain lesson in life. Yun.
Pagdating po dun sa mga, kasi meron din ako nakita, wala naman ako ibang titignan kundi yun sa inyong page po. How would you explain the Schumann resonance and how it affects people? Can you explain the Schumann resonance?
The Schumann resonance is the heartbeat of Earth. Okay? So, collectively, kung ano yung nararamdaman ng mga tao, nag-a-affect siya. Parang ano, makikita mo siya, di ba, sa ospital, yung ano tawag doon, yung may pulso, yun. So, kung makikita mo, yung pulso ng tao, di ba, makikita mo doon yung gano'n. Similarly, anong status nung heart natin? Okay, Schumann Earth is heart.
Heartbeat.
Yung heartbeat. So, it based on the collective heartbeat. So, nakita mo, may puti, ibig sabihin nun, 5D. Nag-awaken yung mga tao. And yung red naman, nakikita mo, is yung mga nire-release natin, purging. Yung pula. Yung other colored, yun lang naman yung usually. Tapos yung green is heart. Yun. So, pag nakikita mo na, if the Schumann resonance has a lot of red, meaning to say, a lot of people are purging, a lot of people are understanding that, collectively speaking, they are undergoing on a certain part of their life that they want to release everything that is not actually working for them, pero nahihirapan sila. Hindi nila alam kung saan magsisimula. Akala nila nababalo sila. Kasi wala silang makausap eh. Hindi nila alam. But because of the social media, the TikTok yan, Facebook, nagkakaroon na ng mainstream, may mainstream media na para matulungan yung mga tao na dumadaan sa ganitong proseso. I don't know with others, but on my case, kasi siguro dahil nakatira ako sa China and bawal yung Facebook before, hindi ako nagkaroon talaga ng directly connection with the gurus. So everything has learned by my own and by my guides. So, the Schumann resonance, dyan mo talaga makikita na yung mga tao, kumbaga dyan mo i-base, ano ba yung status ng tao ngayon. So, makikita mo, collectively, may masakit sa kanila kasi kulay-pula talaga, makikita mo may mga kulay-pula to. And because of the divine download and guidance, nagigets ko kung saan parte ng katawan ng tao yung most likely affected. So, pagka may nakikita kayo sa Schumann resonance ng ibang kulay, tapos may mga black, ibig sabihin ng black kasi timeline shift. Nag-timeline shift tayo. So, that can be halimbawa 3 tao. When we say timeline shift, different people are experiencing different realities. So, if you are awakening, okay, if you're awakening, your reality is different from the two. So, if the two is experiencing more of the 3D life reality, yun yung nagva-vibrate sa kanila. But if you are, lalo ka na sa bridge ng 3D and 5D, about 4D, so iba na yung mafe-feel mo, iba yung reality mo. So you can attract or you can repel other people. So yun. So yung Schumann resonance is actually a gauge for us to know where are we at collectively. So yung mga minsan, yung mga sakit-sakit natin, alam mo, nagkaroon nga ako ng download na siguro talaga yung may mga tao na biglang sumakit yung ulo or biglang may alam mo yung biglang kinabahan, tapos pumunta na agad ng doktor or ng emergency, ng hospital. Then suddenly, they didn't know na it's just part of their healing collectively. Kaya lang napupunta sila sa ospital. So, yung energy ng ospital, na-acquire din nila. Kaya minsan lumalala yung nangyayari.
Exactly. So, ano po yung sa dimensions? Since nabanggit na lang din natin yung Schumann and dimensions, then 3D, 4D, ano po yung mga dimensions and yung shift na nangyayari ngayon sa Earth?
So, let's start with the 3D. 3D is actually, ito yung nakikita natin, physical yan, 3D. So, when you see the physicality of the things, pinto, ilaw, lahat siya nakikita natin sa paligid natin. That's 3D. Okay?
Yes.
And for you to acquire those things, you need to work. Right? So, if you want to have a house, which is 3D, no? You have to work. Okay? You have to put effort. And if you work harder, that means time should be spent more. Kailangan mo maglaan ng oras more. And we have 7 chakras. So yung fourth chakra natin is heart. Ito yung sa baba is masculine energy, the 3 chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. They are masculine. So itong part na to, survival to eh. So kailangan mo magtrabaho para makuha mo yung mga gusto mo. So ipapalit mo yung oras mo. Ganon. Very 3D, di ba? Ganon talaga yung mindset ng tao. So, when you start to feel na bakit kailangan kong gawin to, nahihirapan na ako, bakit kailangan kong i-overly force yung sarili ko na magtrabaho para tulungan yung pamilya ko, para ganun. You start to, magtanong ka na. Doon, papasok ka na sa 4D. Papasok ka na sa 4D. Is knowing. Okay, tumataas ka na. Okay, so parang nagkakaroon na ng understanding doon sa buhay mo na this is not the life that I really want. Bakit ko pinagpapalit yung oras ko doon sa hard work? Diba? So, pwede bang magtrabaho ako at the same time gusto ko yung trabaho ko? So, yun na yun. Mapasok na tayo sa 5D. So, ngayon, paano tayo papasok sa 5D? You will go to 5D. It's a consciousness, hindi to place. No? It's a consciousness.
Yes, yes.
So, the consciousness, so, nandun ka na sa 4D. Isip mo na yun. When you start to allow things to happen to your life, and you start your connection with the divine, actually, nasa 4D pa lang din naman yun. Pero pagka naging strong na yung connection mo, and you started to do your shadow work, your inner work, yan na, pagpasok ka na doon sa higher consciousness. Okay, so doon na pagdating natin sa 5D, things have started to become easier for you, mas madali na yung manifestation sa'yo, na napufulfill mo na yung purpose and mission mo sa mundo, na hindi ka na kailangan magtrabaho. Okay? Yung trabaho na ginagawa mo, hindi naman talaga yung gusto mo. That's because ito yung gusto na magulang mo para sa'yo. So, pinufulfill mo yung iba, but not fulfilling yourself. So, kapag tumuloy ka na doon, okay, without, hindi mo na kinoconsider ano sasabihin ng ibang tao, and you are doing what collectively is doing, ikaw ito. So yun na yun. Papasok na tayo doon sa consciousness na yun. It takes time. And hindi natin masasabi na healed na tayo. No, everyday we are healing. And even I am a healer na. I don't consider myself healed person. I'm still healing. Every day healing. So, the consciousness is already in 5D. However, we are still living in 3D. So, kailangan pa din natin mabuhay. However, yung state of your consciousness is far different from the 3D itself. Kasi, may guide ka na eh. Andiyan na yung spiritual guides mo. Gina-guide ka na nila. May mga bagay na alam mong huwag mong gawin. There will be a time for that. So, divine timing. So, more of doing ka na how to help other people. Because you know, at the end of the day, it's what you sow is more important. Araw-araw kasi nagko-cultivate tayo. So, yun yung important. Yung cultivation natin. And in 5D, mafe-feel mo na even the time is not existing. Okay?
Yes.
Wala. Pwedeng mabagal, pwedeng mabilis, as long as you have this bliss. Kasi pag nasa 5D feeling ka na, no, gigising ka nang walang bigat yung puso mo. Although may mga challenges tayo sa araw-araw, but you always have the trust to the divine, to the creator, that is going to be well taken care of.
Opo, speaking of healing, since ang question ko na next is about sa crystals. I know meron din po kayo mga works about sa crystals. What can you advise dito sa mga kagaya na ko na ako kasi I'm into spiritual awakening journey to nandun ako sa kaalis ko lang sa isang dark night ko na napakabigat, I would say pinakamabigat sa buong buhay ko. And then parang shadow work na healing. Ano yung mga crystal na may bibigay nyo, may advice ninyo na best to use for people who are trying to heal from this shift na nangyayari?
Alam mo, all throughout the journey, ang natutunan ko sa crystal, ang dami nila, you cannot memorize them all. I mean, siguro may mga tao talagang memorize lahat, but syempre pag nagda-dive in ka talaga sa different journeys, may matututunan ka talaga na on your own, on your part. Alam mo, natutunan ko talaga sa crystal, the color of the crystal is actually the chakra.
Yes.
Okay? Even the names. I know the crystal, pero minsan talaga nakakalimutan ko yung name. No?
Names.
Pero syempre, okay yan, ano. So, halimbawa, you have, parang meron kang heartache, heartbreak, and all. What color is the chakra of heart? Diba? Green. Okay, green. So, find something green sa crystal. And magre-resonate din yan sa'yo. So, parang kandila lang din yan. Diba? May iba't ibang kulay. So, white is the safest. So, lahat yan. So, if you want that, then go for the crystal. White, crystal clear, ganyan. So, yung mga moonstone, it will resonate on you. Okay, so if you want to connect with your higher self or with your higher beings, go with the purple ones or violet ones. Kasi sila din yung connect sa divine. So the crystals is also depend on the resonance of the person. Yun yung natutunan ko all throughout. Hindi naman natin kailangan ma-perfect. All we have to do is the connection and resonance with the crystal. So hindi ibig sabihin na ito yung crystal na for money. Okay? Ito na yung para sa'yo. There will be another one for that. Okay? So, depende. So, for the beginners, you can connect with the crystal by you don't have to touch. You can just use your kung ma-feel mo na parang may tingle sensation to. That's good.
Parang maliit na kuryente.
Yes. So, yun, ganun. Ako meron talaga akong favorite The Green Adventuring and this one. Favorite ko sila.
Mabo.
So, for the protection, syempre the black ones. din.
Obsidian.
And so, it depends.
So, ayun po. Kasi usually ako, nag-start ako magkaroon ng, kumbaga na-recognize ko na nasa awakening ako. Nag-dive ako into parang sa mga tarot readings. Pero talagang naka-filter ako lagi. Hindi ako, kasi alam ko naman na hindi lahat ng sinasabi nila para sa akin, kaya nga sinasabing general reading eh. Then, usually, napapanood ko to from the West, sa western side of Earth. So, mas more on yung mga information, knowledge ko, downloads ko, confirmation ng mga downloads ko from sa napapanood ko na nasasabi ko na, meron pala talagang ganun. Nakala ko ako lang nag-iisip nun. So, meron pala talagang ganun from Western culture ng spirituality. Ano po ang masasabi sa mga Western knowledge na meron? Does it really parang relate, connect sa atin dito sa Philippines or in the East or specifically dito sa Philippines?
Actually, everything is connected. So, halimbawa, for example, may pinagdadaanan din. Ang isang tao may pinagdadaanan. If you are connected with your guide, talagang magpa-flash yan sa mga pinapanood natin, sa music, yan. Because we are all connected. Especially like, kasi ang veil natin, na siya, numinipis na yung veil natin. Pag sinabi natin numinipis na yung veil natin, it means more and more people are in knowing. Okay? So that means telepathically, psychically, nagkakaroon na tayo ng connection. Hindi kagaya dati kasi. Yung mga tao kasi dati, maganda rin naman talaga yung nagiging bunga na social media at some point. Kasi before, taboos, may mga stigma pagdating sa tarot reading, sabihin nila demonic daw, ganyan. But, we cannot conclude it's demonic because whatever the reading sometimes really resonates for the person eh. Nagre-resonate siya eh. So, may mga times talaga na, I mean, at most of the time, no, talagang nagkakaroon ng connection. So, for example, meron akong download message na hindi ko na-type agad or minsan talaga ayaw muna ng guide ko na i-share. Then, all the while, habang nag-scroll ako ng Facebook, biglang similar yung ganong download ko doon sa other person. So that means collective same.
Yeah. Kahit ayaw mo, synchronicity is on the run naman para ipakita sa'yo na, hey, huwag mong baliwalain, kailangan mo itong makita. Ganyan. Kakalibitin ka talaga ni universe.
Hindi, lagi may oras sa lahat. Divine timing lagi. So mararamdaman mo talaga na okay itong time na to, go. Meron naman talagang time na, wag muna. You will know that. Suddenly, parang may mangyayari na, wag mong pipilitin. Kasi yun yung gusto natin itawid sa mga viewers. No? Pag may mga bagay na hindi pa talaga pwede, kahit gusto natin, pero alam mo yung parang may humihila sa'yo, wag mong gawin. And that's actually the higher self, your spiritual guide, telling you, there will be a right time for that. Pwedeng yung right time, same day lang din naman. Diba? Yun yung birth theory na sinasabi nila na yung burnt toast theory is that yung isang babae nagluto siya or nag-toast siya. Nagluto siya toast. Nasunog. So she has to do another thing. But she didn't know na kung di pala nasunog yung toast na yun, there will be unfortunate events kung lumabas siya yung araw na yun.
Yeah.
So similar to something, if we don't listen to our intuition, if we don't listen to our guides, wherever it is, kung ano man yung tingin mo, you have to. Kasi hindi natin nakikita kung ano talaga yung nangyayari. That's why the awareness and consciousness is really important. Yun yung nawawala sa tao.
Yes. So, nakaka 13 minutes na tayo. Bago ko bitawan, gusto ko munang itanong sa inyo, ma'am, yung mga activities na ginagawa ninyo, kagaya dun sa Divine Love, Energy Healing Products ninyo, yung mga Reiki, Kundalini, Master Healing Teacher ninyo, Psychic Medium Channeler, Akashic Records po, ma'am. Tawag dito, how is it all happening inside of you? Paano? Kasi kagaya, let's say focus tayo dito sa isang topic, yung Akashic Records. Kagaya kanina, you were from that activity kanina. Paano po ito nangyayari sa inyo, ma'am? Can you explain kahit konting ano lang? Paano nangyayari? Ano yung feeling? Paano nangyayari?
You mean the ano, yung phenomena na nag-Akashic record ako, ganon? Or how did I know it?
Opo, yung kumbaga actual na nangyayari sa inyo or dun sa client ninyo while you were reading sa iyo, ano yung nangyayari sa iyo. What are the people may expect kapag they have an Akashic record reading?
Okay. So, lahat tayo meron tayong records, no? Meron tayong Akashic records. Hindi, syempre may mga tao talaga na they are willing to be accessed. Okay, their records. Pero yung iba kasi ayaw or hindi pa ready. Parang tarot reading lang din naman yan. So, hindi pa nagre-resonate. Hindi pa nagre-resonate sa kanila. So, during the Akashic record kasi, the reader has to be in meditative mode. Talagang wala kang iniisip na problema and or even the tarot card reading. So, wala kang ego. You don't have, I mean, you should not carry any ego on your heart. Kasi pagka nag-reading ka, what you're hearing is not coming from the record. It's coming from yourself. Okay? So, wala ka talaga dapat. You have your heart be cleansed. Kaya nga, bago ako nagre-reading in any kind of reading that I have had, whether it's tarot reading or Akashic record reading or any kind of healing as well, wala akong dala sa puso. Okay? So, my heart should be so light. Okay, nakapagpahinga ako. That's because that's how we connect to human or to person na nire-read natin. Kasi kung hindi, may dala ka sa puso mo on that day, tapos nag-reading ka, pwedeng yung mga actions ng client mo, matrigger ka eh. So, imbis na matulungan mo siya, na-trigger din yung healer or the person who's helping mo, hindi magkakaroon ng succession yung ginagawa ko. Kaya, mafe-feel din naman ng client yun. Okay, if they are resonating with each other. So, napaka-importante yun. Madaming mga light workers, madaming mga healers. So, madami ding mga tao, they want to be healed or to help them heal. Nagre-resonate yan. Okay, hindi pwede talaga mangyari na ito gusto ko to. Hindi pwede yung ganun. It has to be the resonance of the healer and the person in whom. Kailangan yung resonance. Magre-resonate talaga. No matter what.
Paano po yung receive ninyo yun? Downloads? Or may ginagamit kayong medium? Wala akong idea eh.
Yes. Ano din yun? Download din siya actually. And you channel the energy of the person. We channel. Kaya dapat talaga din. Before you dive into this, dapat alam mo na ano, is this for me? Am I guided? Hindi naman lahat para sa atin eh. So may ibang kahit na healer sila, hindi naman sila Akashic reader or Reiki healer, hindi naman sila tarot reader. Hindi na talaga para sa lahat. Hindi binibigay. Hindi naman, pero not everyone is capable and able to do that. Kasi talagang kailangan mag-match din yung ginagawa ko. Doon sa, yun na, para sa'yo talaga kung, yun. Even before, siguro, yun. So, kailangan talaga magmamatch niya. Hindi yun, basta gusto mo lang, no. Eventually, kapag ka hindi yan nagre-resonate sa'yo, eventually you will give it up. Kasi hindi yun para sa'yo.
Paano po yun sa Kundalini? How is it working sa atin? Paano malalaman na nasa Kundalini ka? Or pwede ba talaga na pwede pa-open mo siya? Or is it really coming naturally? Paano po nangyayari yun?
Well, if we let other people do it, na-overpower tayo. Okay? Ma-overpower tayo. They can help. But at the end of the day, parang ano din yan eh, sa healing din yan, di ba? You can heal, but let this person heal on herself. Huwag mong pipilitin. Same sa Kundalini. This is the serpent in our spinal column. From dun sa pinaka-tailbone natin. Sa pinaka-tailbone, for example, this is your tailbone. Mararamdaman mo yan, masakit talaga yan. When you start na ng healing journey, so, when you start the chakra healing and all, yan, depende din talaga, no? Kung if you are ready talaga for the Kundalini, kasi iba talaga pinaforce nila. But on my part, parang it took me 3 years to actually activate my Kundalini. And it was not really, easy journey. Kaya sa mga viewers mo, wag yung tatangkain buksan to basta-basta. Kasi hindi siya madali. Kasi physically, masakit na sa physical. Physically talaga masakit siya. Lahat siya emotionally, physically. Pero sa physical talaga mararamdaman mo. There was a time talaga na hindi ako makatayo ng kama. Talagang ilang days akong nakahiga. That's because my Kundalini is actually awakening that time.
How would you know, ma'am, na Kundalini yun? Do you know or nalaman mo na lang after a while?
You will feel that the experience is different from the chakra healing. Kasi ano na yan it's just the next stage, no? When you started to heal your chakras, the next is the Kundalini na. If you are ready for that, you will feel that your Kundalini is rising. Mag-start talaga yan, makaka-feel ka na ng physical sensation na masakit talaga, especially sa spinal column mo. If you don't have any history of your spine, alam mo na yung mga spine, basta yung mga problema mo sa spine, kung wala kang history, tapos biglang all the while of your journey of healing, biglang sumakit talaga yung spine mo na para siyang umiinit. That's the description I can give. Umiinit talaga yung spine mo. And parang nilalagnat ka sa loob na hindi naman. Ganon yung ano niya. Tapos yung parang sasabog. Kasi di ba dito, ito yung pinaka-ending point mo dito. Yeah. So from your tailbone here, mararamdaman mo yung pain niya is iba. Para talaga may kuryente na umaakyat. That's the time that your Kundalini is awakening. And minsan on and off yun, hindi talaga siya yung nag-i-straight. Kasi not unless talagang nag-open na siya, yun na yun. So yun na, once it really activated and opened na, dyan na yung mga psychic abilities. Yun, mas na-enhance. May mga psychic abilities ka na hindi mo alam na may ganun ka pala. Yun, that's because your Kundalini has already activated.
Okay. Ma'am, maraming salamat po sa pag-entertain sa aking mga questions and for giving time sa aking interview. Pero bago ko kayo bitawan, would you like to promote anything po sa inyong mga services?
Sure. Thank you, Miss Jen, first of all, for having me in your YouTube. And for my services, you can just visit my page, Divine Love Energy Healing Products and Services. Andun, may mga rituals din ako. And kung nakakapag-isip kayo ng gayuma, walang gano'n. So, wala ko na kayo. It's not about the gayuma or something. Kung meron kayong problema sa love, walang gayuma doon, okay? So, aside from that, may Reiki healing ako, distance and in person. So many of my clients come here in Bacoor for the Reiki healing and for cleansing. So meron din akong mga physical cleansing na ginagawa, yung smoke, yung pausok, to clear. And meron din akong healing bath na ginagawa sa mga clients to really release and let go of the dense energies on their bodies. And meron pang mga especially kapag ka nasa ibang bansa, distance healing talaga in session. May workshops din ako. So, yun, check na lang nila yung page ko, nandun naman. And this coming October, please watch the In Discovery channel. Meron kaming series doon. Ipapalabas.
Wow. Ay, sige, antayin ko po yan, Miss H.
Thank you, Miss Jen.
Thank you din po. Thank you so much for the final word para sa ating whole talk ngayon for our spiritual awakening development journey. Ano po yung maiiwan ninyong message para sa mga viewers natin?
For the viewers, first of all, use this lifetime to serve your purpose and mission. We chose this lifetime. That's because we have a purpose and mission. Huwag nating sayangin itong pagkakataon na binigay sa atin mabuhay ng lifetime na to. And if you are experiencing a lot of pains, heartaches in your life, huwag yun nang balik. That means you have to move forward because there is always a better place that God, universe, creator, has already prepared for you. You only have to do is to look for it. And again, focus yourself in healing. Yan lang yung tanging maibibigay yung regalo sa sarili nyo in this lifetime.
Okay. Maraming salamat po, Miss H. Thank you so much. And for our viewers, yung page po ni Miss H, ilalagay ko sa description box. Please do, mag-message lang kayo dyan sa comment section natin kung meron kayong mga comments. Kung di nyo maharap yung page niya, pwede nyo akong i-PM sa aking Facebook account. Miss H, you're such a blessing sa mga Filipino na who are wanting to reconnect sa ating spiritual life. Kagaya nga po ng sabi ninyo, manipis na yung veil natin into our spirituality. And thank you so much for, kumbaga, mas nakakadagdag kayo sa pag-unti-unting paghawi ng veil natin na yan into spirituality. Maraming salamat para dun sa lakas ng loob ninyo na mag-out. Kasi para sa akin, ang hirap niyan eh. Especially nandito pa lang ako sa ganitong stage. It's really hard for me to mag-out. Parang sa mga bakla ganyan. Mahirap mag-out. But I am trying to, who I am in my journey and loving myself. Kumbaga, antayin yung proseso ko. Hindi ko kailangan magmadali. Yun yung continuation dun sa message ni Miss H na always love yourself, always focus on yourself, always grow inside. Walang problema sa outside. Kung ano yung nasa labas, wala tayong magagawa. But the inside is one of the most integral part that we need to develop in our spiritual awakening journey. Thank you so much, Miss H. Thank you so much. Sana sa next time, magkaroon tayo ng ulit ng interview. Thank you po. Bye po. Bye-bye.